Good morning, Christian. I pasted some contents here again. So my topic today is again the Samadhis. Take a look. I will be back in 2 minutes. I'm sorry. I just the later one is very interesting. I will explain it later. Give me 2 minutes. It's gone. So you're back. So do you like the topic about samadhis? A foreign word. 15 years ago. It's so foreign, but very interesting. You see, human mind try to understand something that he or she doesn't know. We have that curiosity. Yeah, you got good point here. So you see, jhanas are altered states of consciousness which are produced from periods of strong concentration, although not enlightenment experiences. They do provide such needed experience into path and explain much of the cosmology in an experiential way. So if you remember yesterday, we talked about there's 8 types of jhanas or samadhis. So in yogic tradition, we use samadhis. In Buddhist tradition, we use jhanas. They're talking about same thing. So if you simplify the 8 types of jhanas or samadhis into 2 groups, so as Sadhguru said, the 2 groups is one is savikapa, another is nirvikapa. Savikapa with attributes like you feel so calm, peaceful, ecstatic, that's one group, that savikapa, and another group, nirvikapa. They don't have any attributes. You transcend all the pleasant feelings. You just be. You just like in a total inner stillness and inner silence with no attributes. So you have that total picture first. Then we can dig into the details of the 8 jhanas. Actually, first jhana is not very difficult to achieve. When you have a like meditation, you feel the ease of body, calm the mind. You have very little intrusive thinking or that attacking you. You are in the first jhana, and you can go deeper from there to this second, third, fourth. Some say you may stop your breathing, your heartbeat stops at the different level jhanas. Okay, so just have that idea and then experience it from and deepen your understanding by your experience. That's the best way to prove all the Buddha's teaching or yogic tradition is true. But now we are trying to borrow some idea or knowledge from the masters or from the Pali canons like this, right? It's another way. And again, the total picture of all the 2 groups or 8 jhanas or samadhis is give you taste of which that is not. So in everyday life, we have families, we have work, we have to study, we have to go to eat, every activities, we exercise, we hiking, jogging, walking, talking. So except all these like normal human activities, we could enter 8 types of jhanas to experience more. Something like you can, if we still use the same group, the normal human activities, some of type person can meet different people, go to different mountains, temples, to have different knowledge. You experience more, so you have more understanding, you have more conclusion what is life, right? Imagine you can live up to 500 years old. Okay, then you have so many life experience, so you have more total picture of what life is about. Then you may have more understanding from that experience, right? Then you have draw a conclusion. Oh, life is about this or that. Who am I? You have more understanding. Who am I? So jhanas, eight samadhis, is try to consciously to enter, how to say, a different state of mind, to have more experience. Like you travel to mountains, you travel to the temples, but now you don't travel anymore. You just sit, look within, and experience more, to have more understanding, to have more conclusion. What life is, what existence is. Why I'm here? Why I'm here? You know, who am I or what am I? So instead of traveling here and there, have meet different people, you just sit down quietly to have more experience. Same as that type of experience, but now you don't do nothing. You look within. Do you follow? Great. So jhanas, eight jhanas, is to experience more and understand more. It's a tool. You see, it's a tool to know who are you, to know who am I, to know what am I, to have a total picture of the cosmos or the nature or I. So it's like I give you, it reminds me a metaphor in Chinese culture. We have a phrase that 盲人摸象. So the story goes like this. There's a blind man who cannot see, okay? So he never saw an elephant. So this blind man used his hands to touch the elephant and to visualize its shape, its size. So actually there's four blind men. One touched a trunk, one touched his tail, one touched his ear, the elephant's ear, and one touched his body. The trunk one said, "Oh, it's like a column. It's roundish. It's heavy. It's big." Then the blind man who touched the tail, oh, it's thin. It's hairy. It's it's long. And the blind man who touched the ears, oh, it's flat. It's big. It's it's soft. And the fourth blind man who touched the trunk, wow, it's huge. It's so big and tall. You see, if you add up all the every one of them is only partially right? They're not totally right. If you add if there's these four, there's one blind man who can touch all the elephants. I mean the nose, the tusks, and the body, the trunk, the leg, the tail. Then he has a total picture instead of just a partial picture, right? So something like this. So samadhi is to try to to have more experience, to understand more, to have total picture of who am I. Got it? It's interesting, right? So once you have that total picture, who am I? What am I? What is cosmos? Why am I here? Then all your problems solves. That's the role of samadhi plays. It's a very good way. You don't need to travel far away. You just sit quietly, experiencing another dimensions of the world, inner world, I mean. Then you have more taste of what what is not, that which is not. Okay, so if you look around, so Sadhguru said the whole existence is made of two parties. One is that which is not. The second is that which is. So if you look around, any image, any sound, any body sensation, any fragrance or taste, any inner mental activities, that is all in the group of what is. Okay, so samadhi is try to experience that which is not. Okay, so you have all these two groups of existence. Then you have more understanding, right? Make sense? Then you can draw a conclusion that what am I? Who am I? The nature of cosmos is. You see, it's very logic. You see, you enter the samadhis to know more, actually, to experience more, to experience emptiness, actually. So samadhis is one way to realize the emptiness, or which is not, and that which is not, and that which is one thing. The whole purpose of awakening, either by samadhis or by sudden enlightenment, is to realize everything is one. Non-duality. So non-duality is the highest realization. You follow? Oneness is the highest realization. There's nothing superior or greater than this realization, either by sudden enlightenment, like Chan, like Zen, or by samadhis or jhanas. Once you realize you're one with everything, all your intelligence, intellect, emotional intelligence, wisdom will increase exponentially. I will say at least increase one by gradually, sometimes exponentially. So you realize oneness by jhanas, or by like how to say this gradual cultivation, like we are talking about this one. So it rings bell in your heart. You want to, it makes sense for you, so you want to experience by meditation. So again, principle and the practice, principle and practice. Now we are talking more about principle. If you don't have any knowledge about meditation, how do you meditate? Right? Now you have meditation, have a principle of meditation. The ultimate realization or goal or destination is to realize oneness, non-duality. Then you may have more like how to say, your practice will be more how to say, gradually to achieve to that goal or destination. You see, it's like why Buddha is called 2 feet master. Principle, practice. Principle is you need a right view, a right perception, a right destination. Okay, and ultimately destination there is here. That's called hologram, actually. You see, destination there, far away, actually is right here now. That's the beauty of the whole awakening. What is there is here. What is here is there. That's called holographic, right? So before we go to any details, we I need you to have this total picture, to have this total understanding of a total frame. You see, if you're an artist, you don't know what size of canvas, how to paint. You see, how to draw a picture when you don't know where is the canvas or what the size of canvas. You have to know the size of canvas, then decide how to draw your picture. Make sense? Yeah, quite makes sense. Then you have a visualization of what your picture will be, right? Then you will have the first stroke, second, then your picture will be there in the whole canvas. The awakening is to have this total picture first, at least literally or intellectually. Then we can go realize the oneness or non-duality step by step. Actually, it's a pathless path. It's right here now. So amazing. It's an amazing thing. Anyway, we can go. You see, if you read the 8 jhanas from the Pali Canon, so the jhanas are altered states of consciousness. Altered states of consciousness. Why? Because you use some effort. You use the mind, try to achieve something beyond mind. You see, that's a very interesting, how to say, phenomenon in the awakening path. We are using the mind, try to achieve a state of mind that is beyond the mind. That's the most paradoxical thing. Once you realize this, once you truly understand this, then everything you're doing is okay, because you're not a slave to the mind anymore. You are using it. The jhanas alter the state of mind. It's not the pure consciousness yet. It's altered states of consciousness which are produced from the periods of a strong concentration, one pointed concentration. Although not enlightened experiences. It's not wisdom yet, but it will lead you to wisdom, the highest realization, like oneness. They do provide much needed experience into the path and explain much of the cosmology in an experiential way instead of intellectually, right? For example, each jhana tends to correspond to one or more heavenly realms in the cosmology. By attaining different levels of jhana, the meditator increases the likelihood of being reborn to a heavenly plane of existence. If you pass away while meditating at one of the genetic levels, you were reborn to that heavenly existence. That's why in Pure Land Buddhism, we visualize the Amitabha, the infinite longevity, infinite light Buddha. Like now I'm playing the background as Amitabha. So in Chinese we say Amitabha, Amitabha. So it's a way that will remind me we are Amitabha and we can reborn in the Pure Land of Amitabha. Very interesting, right? You just repeat this sound again. Someday you find, oh, everything is Amitabha. So again, realize the oneness and non-duality, the dissolvement of subject and object. Beautiful. Again, let's go on. If you pass away when you are not in a meditation session, but have attained to a certain level of jhana in the past, you can still reborn to one of the heavenly planes. Sounds good. Sounds great, right? So keep reading. I will just pick up the most important phrases here. You see, the second paragraph, to reach the genetic states of 4 jhanas and the 5 immaterial formless realms. So here there's 9 jhanas. Anyway, there's a different school of 8 jhanas or 9 jhanas. It's not so important. Let's read finish this first. So again, the first jhanas are calm, blissful, ecstatic, with attributes, right? With qualities, while the rest of 5 or 4 are immaterial, formless realms beyond any attributes, beyond pleasant or unpleasant. You don't know your body pain when you do the cross legs, right? That's the if you still feel the pain of your body, you're in the lower 4 jhanas, okay? In the more like with attributes, right? So one must choose a meditation subject and use one-pointedness concentration. You see, you still use your mind to do one thing at one time. You're doing with the effort. Your being is an effort, is not effortless yet. Okay. That's Lao Tzu, or the Taoism, we say non-doing. Non-doing is not that you do nothing. Your heart or your spirit is so open and free. You're doing nothing while you're doing something. The subject can be a devotional statue, a colored disc, or simply your breath. You focus on your mind on one thing, right? And opposed to insight meditation, vipassana, this meditation, the one-point concentration, you focus all your attention on your subject. The background views and noises must remain only part of the background. You concentrate your subject with eyes sometimes open, closed. When your eyes are closed, look for the after image of your meditation subject in the mind. Eventually, you will reach a high state of concentration with all the 5 hindrances gone from your mind. That's, yeah. You see, that's the point. That's the meaning or the aim of one-point concentration, because you have transcended the 5 hindrances. Tan Chen Chi Man Yi, we say. Okay. Anyway, yeah, there's all the egoic prisoner bars. Your personality, your anger, your background, you transcend all of it. The 5 hindrances are not permanently extinguished, but gone for the meditator. Meditation for allowed entry to the genetic state. You see, they are not permanently extinguished yet, but at that moment of meditation, you have a taste that you can let them go. You can just leave it alone, and you are okay. You are great without them, without your personality, without your your emotions, your limited intellect of understanding of who you are. Right? You're so good. That's the meaning of the one-point concentration, that you can transcend your personality, the 5 hindrances. When your mind state is free from 5 hindrances and your concentration is especially strong, you enter the first jhana of pleasant sensation. It takes much practice, and remember, it's very important. Patience is very important. You may not experience the first jhana state until many years of practice. There's no exact title of which jhana except for the formless realms, but some terms have been used to help differentiate. Okay, so delightful sensation, joy, containment, outer peacefulness, infinite of space, infinite of consciousness, nothingness. Okay, nothingness. So you really experience your in emptiness. Is your experiential. You experientially notice nothingness, and the neither perception or non-perception. You see the eighth one, the eighth jhana. You enter a perceptionless perception. It's crazy. And you can go on. So you see, we call it rupa jhanas, two groups, and arupa jhanas. But Sadhguru says savi kappa and nirvi kappa. Let's read one by one, maybe. So first one, delightful sensations. Hmm. So there's a very good metaphor here, right? The monk drenches, steeps, saturates, and suffuses his body with this rapture and happiness so that there's no part of his entire body not suffused with rapture and happiness. So rapture and happiness, you feel so good, relaxed of the body, eased of body, eased of the mind, calm of the mind. You see, the second jhana, joy, is more like gaining more inner tranquility and a unification of the mind, free from the initial and the sustained thinking. So he's not thinking anymore, he's just can have that rapture and happiness without thinking anymore. So it's become his habit. Then contentment further with the faded away of the rapture Now the fading away of the rapture, remaining imperturbable, mindful, and clearly aware, he enters the third jhana experience within himself, the joy which the noble ones click. Happy is he who dwells with equanimity and mindfulness. You see, equanimity and mindfulness, he drenches, steeps, saturates, suffuses his body with his happiness, free from the rapture. Now, the happiness not coming from rapture is free from rapture, so that there's no part of his entire body not suffused with happiness. So he still has a sense of happiness, you see. Then the fourth jhana, with abandoning the pleasure and pains, as with the earlier disappearance of joy and sorrow, he enters, remains in a fourth jhana, which is beyond pleasure and pain, and purified by equanimity and mindfulness. A pure, bright awareness. You see, so equanimity and mindfulness in the fourth jhana is more like strong than the first one. It's purifying his body mind. Then we enter the arupa jhanas, or we call nirvikalpa, as Sadhguru said. So number fifth, infinite of space, with the complete transcending of bodily sensation, with the disappearance of all sense of resistance and not heeding perceptions of diversity. Thinking space is infinite as one enters, remain in the sphere of infinite space. So you see, our awareness is an infinite space. So again, infinity does not mean infinite big, but also infinite small too. A completing transcending of bodily sensation. That means you have no body sensation anymore. You transcend your body mind. And in the sixth one, infinity of consciousness, with the complete transcending of the sphere of infinite space, thinking consciousness infinite, one enters and remains in the sphere of infinite consciousness. Nothingness. Then the seventh, with the complete transcending sphere, infinite consciousness, thinking there's no thing. One enters and remains the sphere of no thingness. So, so you have only consciousness in your experience. You don't have thing in your consciousness. Everything is your consciousness. Okay, you have only one thing left. That is you, the consciousness. Sounds crazy, right? Anyway, prove by yourself, by enter all these types of jhanas. Neither perception nor long perception. with the complete transcending of the sphere of the nothingness, one enters and remains the sphere of neither perception or nor perception. You see, you enter a state of perceptionless perception. You are an ocean in one drop, and at the same time, you are a drop in one entire ocean. So you have to realize by yourself. There's no you here. There's no, but you're still using your body mind to express, right? I'm talking. I have a perception, but I know this perception is finite. I know that as a background, I have a perceptionless background. See, but right now at this moment, at this condition and space coordinates of space time, I'm talking. And talking is talkless. Crazy. Is this too much for you? Sometimes if you dig into the details, you lose yourself. You don't know, it's like a maze, okay? You enter a maze, you lose your directions, right? You don't know which is north, which is south. You just want to get out. That's why we need a total picture first, a final destination, oneness realization or non-dual realization first. So let's back to Sadhguru's one. So Sadhguru's one is Sadhguru one is very, I like it better because he is an experienced one. And in his experience, he can simplify things, right? So you just divide into two groups, and each groups, even the whole eight types of samadhi is only a tool to realize oneness. It's not destination yet, okay? It's a tool. Sometimes we caught up in one of these jhanas. Don't. Okay. Don't let anything catch you up or prison you or bind you. That's why Zen teaching is so beautiful. 正法眼藏，涅盘妙心. It's right, direct you to this moment, the only available now. Sometimes you dig into all the jhanas, you are in the past, you're in the literal understanding, you're using the mind too much, you become your mind. That's why I repeat so 8 types of samadhi. You see, experience a certain type of samadhi does not mean you are released from existence. It's just a new level of experience. You have more experience, you have more understanding of who you are, and it helps you to realize the ultimate realization, which is oneness. Samadhi definitely has its benefits, okay? It's a tool. Again, you can have different experiences to have more understanding. But all samadhis is an effort. You see, it's an effort means you rely on the effort, on the concentration to realize it. is not an effortless realization yet. In Chinese, we say 用意. You're still trying to realize it. So it underlines or implies that sometimes you cannot realize it. You see, you're still bounded. You are still bound in a special condition. It's a good condition, but it's still a condition. You see, it's crazy, right? It's a temporary transformation. It's not a permanently transformation. It's a temporary realization. It's not permanent realization. A permanent means you everywhere, every time you realize it. An effortless realization. That's called the Zen, actually. You are in the Zen right now. Do you know? If you know, good. Congratulations. That's called sudden enlightenment. You are perfect and complete already. You are serene already. You are totally still already. You're totally silent already. You don't need any practice. All the practice is remove the conditioned mind, the conditioned habits, subconscious habits, memories, and so on. The karmic energetic signature in your body mind. Now I'm not only talking this finite body mind, your whole body mind. It's crazy. We are trapped in our own world, in our own minds. So all the practice is to remove this trap. Sometimes if you enter a fourth or fifth or eighth jhana, you rest there and how to say, imagine this is the ultimate reality. No, you're trapped. You're trapped in jhanas even, you see? Wow, so beautiful. Wow, look at this. I like this one. So in this Sadhguru's link, trapped in your mind, in your own mind, in the middle of this page, I think. Then there's 1, 2, 3. Okay, the third paragraph, just above the setting the goal. An artist draws a new world in a canvas. Wow, so beautiful. It makes me so. Yeah, I'm living this world right now. A yogi actually creates it. I repeat. An artist draws a new world and a canvas, okay? A yogi actually creates it in his mind. A picture, a four-dimensional picture is in a yogic mind. Same as a artist draw a picture on a canvas, two-dimensional canvas. Wow, so thank you, Sadhguru. You see, with the help of masters, realized person, it make us awakening quick. It enriches our contents awakening. I will say that. The artist's creation is two-dimensional, whereas the yogi is three-dimensional. Actually, it's four-dimensional, plus time, right? This is more deceptive. An artist can get so involved in the world he is creating that he starts believing it's true and it's true for him. A poet believes that whatever he writes is the truth. Similarly, a painter deeply involved in what he is doing, he believes what he's painting is the truth. can create a world. Should be a good world, right? A bright, calm world. Anyway, even if you want to become master, you can leave that world. You can drop that creation too. You can create a world in your inner mind, and you can drop, letting go of that beautiful creation too. Wow. See the power of mind now. You see, in the setting the goal, when you want to transcend your own consciousness, you need very ounce of what you have. Going into various states is not important. So going to 8 Samadhis is not important. Why? This will not lead you to liberation. It's a tool to liberation. Okay? You have sufficient energy to take a lot of people into, or we have sufficient energy to take a lot of people into Samadhi states. It is possible, but what is the purpose? This does not lead you delusion. It's just another kind of karma. It's a good karma, though. Okay. You see, a good conditioning is still conditioning. Yet, if you really want to awaken or fully become liberated, even that good karma or good condition, you have to let it go to become totally dissolved, empty. So here, a man who wants to climb Mountain Everest will not take one step aside away unless it's absolutely necessary. That means you're so determined to follow or to go to your destination, to fulfill your purpose of life. Use every ounce of energy to fulfill it. You won't waste any ounce of energy for the nothingness of chit chat or watching the news. No, you will stop all the nonsense now, because now you're so determined. Nothing can stop you. And now every ounce of your energy is spent only on reaching the summit or reaching the destination. Wow. When you want to transcend your own consciousness, you need every ounce of what you have. So beautiful, so beautiful. Thank you, Sadhguru. He has, you see, this master Sadhguru has his own taste of realization. Every master is different. I love it so much. So, okay, we can finish maybe Maha Samadhi. That's the best. Yeah. Maha Samadhi is a dimension where you transcend discrimination, not just experientially, but also existentially. I like these words. Not only experientially, but also existentially. As long as you are in the body, whatever liberation you attain, the body is a limitation. Wow. You know, Lao Tzu, the author of Tao Te Ching, the founder of Taoism, said the same thing. He said, 无有大患, 唯无有生. So I have a big problem because now I got this body. That's from the founder of Taoism, okay? Lao Tzu. Okay. As long as you are in the body, whatever liberation you attain, the body is a limitation. It is not completely liberation yet. So when someone leaves their body in full awareness, you are aware that you're leaving your body and you choose to leave your body, okay? Then we call this Maha Samadhi because he or she has shed this body. So you become independent from this body. You still exist. Wow, so beautiful. You see all these masters words blow your mind right away. Maha Samadhi is a dimension where you transcend discrimination, not just experientially, but also existentially. There's no such thing as you and other. There's no such thing as you or I and other. You totally reach the realization of oneness, not only mentally, not only experientially, but also existentially. You're one with God. You become God, okay? You are God now. It's crazy. Crazy. Mahasamadhi means you are not only see it that way, you have become that way. You become it. You become everywhere. You can't be. You become infinite. You become complete and perfect. Okay, you become it. Discrimination is finished. Everything is you, yet only you play and enjoy. You really see the other way, understand it that way, experience that way, and become that way. Everything is one. Okay, that means individual existence is finished. There's no you. Everything is you. Once I say you, there's other, right? Make sense? Once I say I, there's something not I. That's the limitation of words. 言语道断，心行处灭。That thing cannot express. The Tao that can be named is not eternal Tao. You see the power of negation again. Neti, 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 neti. That thing cannot be spoken. That thing cannot be named. What you are does not exist anymore. The life that is functioning as an individual life right now becomes absolutely universal, cosmic. That's called the, in Buddha, we call this Dhammakaya. You become one with everything again. You become universe. Actually, our venerable Thich Nhat Hanh passed away two or 3 years ago, I think, and he told his disciple, after leaving this body, just look up the sky. I'm in the sky. Look up the tree. I'm in the tree. Look down at the blade of grass. I'm in the grass. You see? Now you got it? You understand this now? He's telling his realization in words. He's everywhere. Everywhere you see is Thich Nhat Hanh. As everywhere you see is God. Everywhere you see or touch or smell or think or taste or hear is God's voice, God's image, God's taste, God's sensations, God's source mind. You are in the heaven right now, my dear friend. Can you realize it intellectually, experientially, existentially, and become it fully? That's all. That's the purpose of life. You got it? It's crazy. I like this craziness. Totally, beautiful. Total beauty. When I say with God, it does not mean going and joining someone somewhere. It is just that your individual bubble is over. The ego is fully dead, completely dead, or disappeared. Ego is an illusion, okay? You just need a light of wisdom or light of consciousness to see its non-existence, to see the illusion of ego. That's called southern enlightenment. That's called Zen, my dear friend. That's why Bodhidharma in 5th century, he traveled from India to China to spread Chan, to spread Zen. Why? Because he got this huge diamond to share with us. Have you? His diamond is in you now. Can you see it? A precious, a priceless, huge, infinite big, infinite small diamond. Universal unified field. Can you see your field? Can you see through the 5 hindrances? Crazy. I love this. Oh my God. To use an analogy, right now your existence is like a bubble, okay? We are in this body mind. That's most people think and experience. A bubble that is floating around is very real, but if you burst it or poke it, where does the air inside the bubble go? Sorry, just maybe it's important. Just give me 1 minute. Tell us. I don't know why I have so many spams now. Maybe my phone number is released somewhere by some agency. I don't know. Every time I got like 2 or 3 nonsense call. Anyway, we are happy. We are not disturbed. We are calm. The inner calm, inner peace. Okay, cool. Be cool. Okay, back to the. Okay, I want to finish this one. A bubble that is floating around is very real, but if you burst it or poke it, where does the air inside bubble go? It becomes one with the atmosphere. It's completely dissolved. Wow, Thich Nhat Hanh, I saw you. Did you see Thich Nhat Hanh? Do you see the God? I see you. I see you. Yeah, that's good. That's cool. When we say one with everything, that is what it means. Nothing will be there. There's no your air, my air. There's all your space or my space. There's only space. This space is total. This space is complete. You will not be there, or there's no ego or personhood or individual person there. When we say mukti, it means you are free from existence. Wow! Thank you, Sadhguru. I see you. I see Sadhguru now. I see his heart. That's the essence of the Chan. You don't need any words. You just 以心传心. It's a transmission from heart to heart, not by words. Okay, even not by mind. I don't know. It's a connection of space. Space don't need touch anything because everything is in the space. Make sense? Everything arises from space. If you identify you are space, you are connecting with every object in a space. Stars, galaxies, planets, human, people, animals, trees, ocean. Your awareness is connecting to everything right now. Once you realize it, you are awakened. I'm not talking about existence as quantity, which you are free from. You are free from your own existence. Your existence is finished. You become immortal, permanent, infinite. You see, you become empty at the same time. You are everything at the same time. You are nothing at the same time. You are anything at the same time. Wow. Nirvana, going beyond existence. Mahamadi is a state where one willfully drops the body. The circle is over. The circle of incarnation is over. There's no question of rebirth. It's a complete dissolution. Buddha's highest teaching is there's no birth and death. There's no body and mind to transcend birth and death. Can you got it? There's no body mind to undergo birth and death. Sorry, I just correct it a little bit. There's no body mind to undergo birth and death. There's no birth, okay? You are always on. You are online all time. You are on the space. You are in the space all time, okay? You are touched. You are embraced by God all the time. You cannot escape from two loving, embracing arms of God or of Mother Universe. What's the two loving, embracing arms of the God or Mother Universe? Space and time. Can you escape from the space and time? That's how blessed you are, my dear friend. That's how blessed you are. Once you recognize your value, your true value, your priceless value, your precious value, the most precious, priceless value, boom! Your mission on planet Earth is accomplished. Mission accomplished. Mission impossible becomes possible and completed. Accomplished, sorry. Do you like Tom Cruise? Da, 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 da. Mission impossible for you accomplished. Okay, not only possible, but already completed. Wow, crazy. I love every film of Tom Cruise. Jack Reacher. Wow, that's the best. I like his acting there. Jack Reacher, Mission Impossible series, right? Yeah, so cool. Now you are Tom Cruise. Okay, I mean, quoted Tom Cruise to finish every mission. Okay, in your film of life. Nothing is impossible for you. Okay, you can do all the stunts. Wow, wow. Jump from the plane, climb the cliff, dive into the water, hold your breath for 6 minutes, and turn a valve. So beautiful, so beautiful. Nirvana. When you say mukti or nirvana or moksha, that's what it means. Freedom from very burden of existence. Existence becomes burden, you see. But anyway, if you realize this, existence is so beautiful because it's the boat to carry you to other shore. We want in Zen Buddhism, we say in Chan, we say reach the other shore, right? By a boat. The boat is our body mind, a finite body mind. Once you realize there's other shore, then the body mind becomes a boat. Once you enter the shore, you have to drop the body mind. And once you have been on the shore for many, many years, then you realize the shore is the body mind. The boat is the land, is the shore. Wow. You see, here is there is here. You become everywhere, yet you remain untouched. That's all. The ultimate freedom. As long as you exist, are you existing now? Do you exist? You are bound in one way or another. The body mind is a problem. Okay? As Lao Tzu said, if you exist in a physical way, it's a kind of bondage. If you leave the physical body and exist some other way, it's still another kind of bondage, like eight samadhis. Okay? Everything that exists is ruled by some law. Wow. You see, law of gravity. Can you escape Earth just by jumping? No. If you rub, you feel the heat. That's the law of electromagnetic law. Can you escape from this? No. Mukti means you have broken all laws, and all laws can be broken only when you cease to exist. Okay, maybe, in modern science, we have black holes that no laws, no laws of physics exist anymore, because black hole is such infinite intense object or entity that sucks in all the energy and lies in. No energy is leaving, or some scientists says energy relieving from that black hole too. Anyway, you you become black hole. Okay, you transcend all the laws of physics. Nirvana is a more appropriate and word become, because nirvana becomes non-existence. When there's no existence, you are even free from freedom. You are free from the idea of freedom, man. Now, because freedom is also certain bondage. Once you say freedom, there's something not free, right? So you are free from your very existence. All discrimination between what is you and what is not you is finished. Everything becomes one. Even that one finished. There's no one. There's no you. There's no other. So what do you want? What do you want to express that thing? No way to express it. That's why we say it's beyond words. It's beyond understanding. Wow. 言语道断，心行处灭. Okay, we'll finish this soon. For someone to able to do this, taking this life and throwing it out without injuring the body, it needs tremendous energy. In Taoist practice, there's not of a Taoist can do this actually. They can leave the body consciously and come back again. Leave the body and come back again. Just like the clothes. I can take this clothes off and put it back again. Wow. It needs tremendous energy. Mahasamadhi is a state that one willingly drops the body, the cycle is over. There's no question of rebirth. This is complete dissolution. You can say this person is truly no more. Life just shifts from one level to another. In reality, there's no such a thing as death. You see, all the masters agree. There's no body mind to undergo birth and death. Death exists only one who has awareness, has no awareness about life, okay, or has identification that he is a body, he's this body, he's this mind. There's no such thing as death. The whole life is on and on and on and on. It's on now, manifesting every body. You see, every mind is on. Every body is on. Every tree is on. Sun is on. Earth is spinning. Moon is on. Everything's on. There is only life. Life and life alone. Wow. Thank you, Sadhguru. There is only life and life alone. But Samadhi means the real end. This is the goal of every spiritual seeker. Ultimately, he or she wants to go beyond the existence. Crazy. Oh my God. Okay. Do you have any questions, any experience now you want to share? It's so crazy for me now. Every time I'm sharing this kind of contents on YouTube, it deepens my understanding. It widens my horizon. I realize I'm the space that I can touch every sage's teaching and touch it, connects with that touching, with that object or contents, then download it, digest it, cook it, and spread it. Reach out like now. So beautiful. And every one of you can do this too. You are a light, okay? Let it shine. The light of calm and wisdom. Recognize you are a light. Rest in that realization or recognition and become a light. Become a light, meaning that you emit the light of warmth, care, and love in your family, in your community, and to the whole world too. There's nothing can compete this. You transcend all the conditions. That's the end. Thank you, thank you. Bye now.